At 06:12 hours on September 19, 1944, Private First Class Arthur Bud Folsom pressed his cheek against the cold wooden stock of his Springfield M1903A4 and exhaled until his lungs were empty. 31 years old, 17 months of combat, 1 round chambered, through his 2.5 power Weaver M73B1 scope, 400 yards across a frostbitten clearing in the Hurtgen Forest. A German officer stood beside an artillery coordination post, a Hauptmann with a map case, and the man controlling the guns that had killed 23 soldiers from the 28th Infantry Division in the last 6 hours. Folsom had been lying motionless in a frozen drainage ditch for 4 hours and 11 minutes. He grew up in Morgantown, West Virginia, hunting white-tailed deer from ridge lines before he could drive. By 16, he could drop a running buck at 300 yards with iron sights. The Army gave him a sniper's rifle in 1943. Yeah, he already had the one thing no instructor could teach: patience with weight behind it. The M1903A4 was a bolt-action chambered in .30-06. Springfield, a 172-grain bullet at 2,640 feet per second. Not fast, not forgiving. It demanded absolute stillness. Hauptmann Werner Dietz was directing mortar adjustments that had pinned the 3rd Battalion behind a collapsed farmhouse for 6 hours. Every flanking attempt had been cut down. Every runner turned back. Chat's battalion commander Lieutenant Colonel Reuben Lyle had 2 options left: retreat or watch his men die in place. Folsom heard none of this. He watched through his scope. Dietz turned slightly south, pointed at a ridge, gestured with authority. 1 breath, half out, stop. The trigger broke at 4.5 pounds of pressure. The shot crossed 400 yards in just over half a second. Dietz fell. The artillery coordination stopped. The 3rd Battalion moved. They took the ridge by 0900. The German line fractured at the seam. Folsom never spoke publicly about the shot. He returned to Morgantown in 1946, opened a hardware store, and coached high school rifle for 22 years. He died in 1989. His family found the Springfield in a cedar chest. The scope still held 0. 1 man, 1 round. That was enough. If this story moved you the way it moved us, hit that like button. Subscribe for more forgotten stories. Drop a comment telling us where you're watching from. Thank you for keeping these memories alive.